All right, so let's get started. Today is, I had an echo in my microphone. Okay, so today is April 18, 2024, and 8 a.m. Let's get started with the news, and we do have news at 8:30. So let's right there. So we give me 1 second. Yeah, we do have news at 8:30 at Thursday. So my tool is not working. Okay, but we do have news at 8:30 here, and then we do have member Bozeman starting to speak at 9:30, and then at Williams at 9:15. So then we do have at 10 a.m. we have existing home sales, and that would be it. Natural gas, Bostik at 11. So, but we do have news at 8:30. That's the relevant for today. Let's analyze the levels for the market today, and with important news in at 8:30. We will see this if these levels are going to hold. Let's check on gold. I'm going to make a shorter session today. I do have a private coaching or training session early, so I will cut the video a little bit earlier today. So, but I wanted to go and give the perspective on the levels and what the market could do today. So 24.14 would be for gold, the upper resistance. We do have some additional resistance at this level, 24.11, and some levels here of resistance as well. I would say there's a congestion area in this. Let me mark it here. I'm gonna put a little box here. So this is a congestion area or compression. So I would look on it. There's plenty of resistance up here, but the final one is this one before we go to higher levels here. Yes, so those are the levels of 24.14, 24.15. For this one here is 23.80. Okay, this one here, it's taken off of this double bottom right here, and there's a little bit of overshoot in the overnight or end of the day yesterday. Market open at this level, and now it's moving higher, trending up. So far, there's a little bit of a sideways move right here, but it's trending up at this point. Just making sure that the sound is good. All right. Let's check crude. And crude has a surprising move yesterday to the downside, breaking the support level right here that we put at $84. He tried to overshoot it first and went there and found this support here at 83.50, bounced back, and then miserably failed all the way down to $82. So went from 84 to 82. Big move to the downside in the afternoon. Right here, and then started to bounce around and maintain this breath, and now it seems that it's taken or resumed the move to the downside a little bit, finding some resistance at 81 or some support at $81. Levels for today, if this one manages to go above and cross above this one, then I would say that we could resume potentially to the upside, but we are bearish at this point. 82 is the resistance now, which is previous support here, and then the downside here is the 80. Now we do have 81 in between, so 80. I'm taking 80 because of this. Give me 1 second. Let's see if this one, for some reason, my drawing tool is not working. But anyways, right here we do have $80. So that's why I put this support here. But we do have also 81 as a midpoint. So 81 and 80 and 82 are the levels for crude today. And you see in the 30 minutes is doing a bear flag right here. Went all the way to this moving average here, and then it's coming back down in here. So a little bit of indecision at this point here. Let's check ES. And ES here continues the move to the downside. Yesterday broke our support level there and tried to recover, and then broke it again. I'm maintaining a 5082. You can call it 5080 on this support on the resistance level. It seems that it's bouncing and moving sideways at this point, potentially waiting for the news at 8:30. And then in the support level, I have a 5060, let's say. Yeah, 5060, 5050 actually. Yeah, 50-50 is what I have. But, there is a diagonal that you can see in here from this point up and up. And then also in lower highs here. So you see the asymmetrical triangle moving. So this is compression. We'll see what's going to happen now in crude. So yeah, I said the levels are 50, 80, and 50, 50. Okay, and pay attention also to this mid, which is 5068, 5066 level. Okay, and let's see RTY. Where are we? In RTY, I'm taking that top here and this bottom here. So levels are 2000, and then as a resistance, and then we are trying to bounce up here, but still in a very bearish mode or bias at 1960 to 1962. That area is the support at this point. Lower lows and lower highs in the big picture. So we'll see if this one maintains or it's an overshoot and try to bounce. Again, momentum is down and we are bearish at this point. And finally, let's look for NQ. Good morning, Matthews. Okay, so right here, that pivot high here, I marked this as a resistance 17. You can call it 17,800, but I put it a little bit just to make it match this yesterday pivot high. It's not the daily high is up here, but I'm taking this one, also considering this pivot here, which seems to be important. We have a pivot there, and a pivot there. So this area is, in fact, I believe it's important. You can call it 17,800. I have it a little bit below that one though, and then in the as a support, I'm painting here 817, 850 in here. So you see that it's moving sideways pre-news. That's that. And let's look at this chart on gold on the dailies. You know, gold is holding this support at on the 10 simple moving average on the dailies. We do have though momentum breaking down, and it did it yesterday actually, moving down, and then second that would be the second arrow or the second turning negative in from the MACD. So from the stochastic. So the stochastic turned red first, and then MACD is turning red second, and then in the intermediate MFC we do have a defensive. So pay attention to that. We did have kind of a similar mode in gold, in crude before this one happened. So let's check crude, which turned up being a very bad or very bearish day yesterday. We did have red arrow here, red arrow there. I was really thinking that this one was going to be a bull flag, but ended up that we do have too many candles in there, and it finally broke to the downside right at this level here, and breaking now towards the other side of this diagonal, in breaking this one here. So looks bearish at this point. We are in within the first day opening range on this candle in between 83.21 and 81.52. It seems that it's a little bit of a bottoming tail here in this live candle. Still, we'll see what it's going to do. But at this point, it doesn't look bullish anymore. And needs to read, and it's making now a similar low than this one, right? So you have higher highs, and then you have a low here in this pivot, and then moving up, and then it's coming back to make this this similar low. If we put a Fibonacci here momentarily, and then look at this, we are at 38.2 retracement. Seems that that the market has a little bit of more room to go to the 50, which is going to be an important one. However, if this happens and it goes to the 50, we are going to make a lower high with respect to this one, if we consider that this one is a valid pivot point. Because if not, then we have this one here, and you can interpret that this is one run, or you can consider this one as two runs, 1 and 2. So if you consider 2, then you have this similar low touching it now, but if it goes all the way to the 50, then it's we can reference this one as a lower a higher low on that. So yeah, we are in an important area, I would say, if we go to the 50% retracement. Okay, let's look at ES, and ES is moving. I painted this, and I'm gonna do it again. So I painted this one before the market opened, and so the channel here. So you see, you have higher highs and higher lows, and something happened here that started to move to the downside. We are at 23.6 retracement level at this point, and potentially we could continue moving down. But if we connect these two dots, this one is a pivot here, and then if we move all the way up here, then we have the upper side of the channel. Now, if we move this all the way down to this point here, we see that we are right at the lower side of here. So there's a good possibility that this one could bounce. We do not have momentum and stochastics in our favor. Actually, it's moving down now. There is a little bit in the stochastics. There's a little bit of MACD. I'm sorry. There's a little bit of divergence here. So this could make a bounce and try to reach again the highs. But at this point, we don't have any signal of that happening. Just looking at this a candle in the or this move in the ES, that this couple of candles now are holding this diagonal in the lower part of the channel, which is a valid entry point if you are betting that this is going to bounce back up. That is not my style. And then we do have the intermediate MFC falling as well, which is 1558 below the 20 line. So if to be more conservative, you need to wait until this one turns and goes back up to the above the 20 to start considering going long again in ES. In Q, similar situation here. We are moving, and I was trying to paint this. I'm going to convert this one into a channel. And here I would say that we have a lot more room to go to the downside, actually, if we consider that one a valid channel. It's yeah, we are a little, if we put it that way, trying to connect all of these dots here, then we do have some little more room to go to the lower part of this channel. It as you see, it was moving up in the upper part of this channel, but now it's breaking it, and I would say that we should or it should go at least to this lower part. 2 minutes for gold to open. And again, I'm gonna end up the session a little bit earlier today, probably at around 8:30, just because of this other session I have. And then RTY is moving also down. It broke this channel here, and I don't see any stop unless we do have okay, potentially this run here. Yeah, that one is really broken, and I don't know if I'm considering this one. 50% of this run here, but it's a little bit tricky on this one because you do have this move to the downside. But if we paint it from here to the high up here, you have a 50% down below this congestion area. Obviously, this supply zone was broken right here, and then came back, and then it was all the prices were rejected, or the stops were taken, and then moving high, forming a potentially a new supply zone at this level. But right now it looks very bearish. MACD and stochastics are also in downturn, and then we do have the intermediate really low at 5, 4.9 at 502, and then yeah, waiting for it to also move above the 20 level. Okay. So that's that, and I think we saw all the instruments. And okay, let's take a little bit more time to go with the dailies or with the time frames. And I'm gonna start with gold. Again, waiting for news at 8:30. Bullish in gold in the 240s. Bullish in the, well, sideways too. Still, we are within this channel, right? But it seems that we are trying to move higher in here. Remember that we are not. We have MACD and the stochastics pointing down at this point. So we are bouncing off of this bull flag, but it's a really dirty bull flag at here. I would say that we are in a channel in the 240s. In the 60 minutes, I would say about the same thing. We are moving sideways. There's no higher highs and higher lows anymore in here, but moving averages are trying to move to the upside. We'll see if this one holds, but it's sideways now, taking a rest. And in the 60 minutes, I would say that we are trying to go bullish, but we are still sideways, and then in between these pivot highs and well-defined pivot highs up here, and a well-defined pivot slow down below as well. So crude, we are at this point making a bear flag in the 240s. We are bearish in the 60 minutes, also bearish, making a bear flag below the. I have this one inverse. I have this one inverse. Okay, anyways. So you do have resistance up here at 81, and we are in a bearish mode. All the moving averages are pointing down. So any move here would be a reversal, and then bearish also in the 30 minutes. And let's check ES. Bearish in the 240s, bearish in the 60s. There's a good confluence in between the different time frames here, and then bearish also in the 30s. In Q, I would say that we are bearish as well, making a bear flag, bearish in the 60 and bearish in the 30 minutes. And finally RTY, bearish in here, bearish in the 60 and bearish in the 30s. And with that, let's put a little bit of we are waiting for news in 7 minutes, and I don't think that anything is going to happen today before the news. Large move. So I'm gonna end up the stream today a little bit earlier, and I'm gonna I would need to prepare for this next session. Thank you so much for watching, and be careful. Wait for the news, and then pick a direction. After the market picks a direction, then I would be cautious on entering anything. And then after the news, wait a little bit for 2 to 3 to 5 minutes, at least in gold, if you're going to make any move. And yeah, be careful. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.